Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and to another Plan With Me video. This week we are memory planning the week that was July 1st through to July 7th, and it is my birthday week. So for anyone who does not know, July 4th is my birthday. So of course I get very excited and I tend to go all out for my birthday spreads. This year I decided to use a kit from Planner Face that, yes, you guessed it, I have been hoarding in my collection for quite a while now. I think when it was released, I don't think Planner Face did both color palettes, but there was two color palettes, and it was very much marketed in a way that it could be like a birthday kit or a New Year's kit. And then of course, everything in between. And when I was looking for kits to use for my birthday week, I was like, I don't really have anything. Like normally I have like a bunch of like pink, cutesy, fun, girly kits to use for my birthday, and I just didn't have anything. And I kept coming back to this one and I was like, I'm going to use it. And then when it came time to deciding what foil to use, I was originally going to use hollow foil, but then I pulled out this purple foil from SPC that, again, I'd had in my collection for the longest time because it's just such a unique shade of purple that it's really hard to color match with a kit. And when I saw the purples in this kit, I was like, oh my god, like it's the perfect week to use it. So that's what I did. And my favorite thing about the foil kit is that it is in one of those formats where you got the like circle icons. So no stores really do that anymore. I think maybe Murdoch Talks does it. But no one has the circle foiled icons anymore. So for me, having those icons, it's one of my favorite things. I just think it helps scatter the foil throughout the spread a bit more and just really brings a spread to life. So I was really, really excited for that. Yeah, I really love, like, given that it's not pink and like it's blue and it's purple, like I don't hate blue and purple, but like given that it's not the color palette that I would normally go for, I think it turned out so cute. It also, there's a box that you'll see in my sidebar that gives me Taylor Swift vibes. Now, I did have to do a little bit of a cutting, and my sidebar is not exactly perfect because the way that I wanted to do things, there was a little box that came with the clip art that said birthday girl, so I obviously wanted to use that. But in using that, it meant that I wouldn't then fit another full box in the sidebar because I did have a tall box. So basically what I did is I put the quote box in the top left, which says, this is your year to sparkle. And again, whilst that kind of leans New Year's, it's like, well, it's another year of birthdays. Like it's a new year kind of, I don't know, girl math. I don't know, my weird brain. But it's like, okay, I turned whatever year old and I've now got 12 months until I turn another year old. So now, in that 12 months, I'm going to sparkle. Then I used the fashion girl that I found the most glamorous and who I wish I was most like. And then, like I said, I used the birthday girl. And then I cut down and trimmed a full box, which is the one that I'm talking about. This one here, you'll see me kind of fiddle with it for a little bit. And it very much reminds me of Taylor Swift and her like Karma song at the end of the Eras tour. But I really love how my sidebar turned out. Then, of course, we go ahead and we jump into the plans of the week, which we're going to get into now because you guys know me. But first things first, it was a working week. So on Monday, the first thing that I've marked at the top of the day was that I worked. And we actually had a new girl starting in our team this week, and I was doing like her buddying and training. So I marked that I was buddying with her this day. I then marked that we did some cleaning. Bin day is Tuesday, so I wanted to make sure that obviously the bins were out and everything was tidied and all the trash that we could fit in the bin was gone. I marked having a cup of coffee, and then I sat down and enjoyed a little bit of a YouTube binge. And then for those who have been following along for a little while now, you will know that at this point in time we were watching Fear the Walking Dead. We were just like binge watching the heck out of it. My husband doesn't get home till quite late, so usually he walks in the door about 8 o'clock. So by the time we grab dinner and sit down in front of the TV, yes, we're one of those families. We don't sit at the table. We probably should, but like family occasions and stuff, we sit at the table. But for the most part, because he gets home so late, he just wants to relax. So we eat dinner generally at the coffee table on the couch. So we sat down and watched Fear the Walking Dead, and then again, depending on whether he's actually on time or not, or whether he's had to do OT, or whether he's gotten stuck on public transport on the way home, we will then watch 1 or 2 episodes, because for Fear the Walking Dead, they were like 45, 50-minute episodes. So It really just depended on time. Then on Tuesday, again, I've marked work at the top there. Again, I did have buddying again this day. And then again, if you are new here or you've not been following along, or maybe this is the first video you have clicked on of mine, firstly, thank you so much and welcome. But my husband and I had been undergoing IVF since January of 2024, and in July we were still going. So on this day, I actually spoke with our doctor and confirmed another IVF cycle for July, and ordered my medications for that cycle. I then had to call the chemist because when you order your medication, usually they'll call you straight away, and they didn't call me, so I got a little bit anxious because they have set delivery days to our area, and I wanted to obviously make sure that I got my medicine sooner rather than later to prevent any delays, so I called them to follow up and make payment. I then marked that I watched some Gossip Girl, and then, of course, when hubby got home that night, once again, we did watch some Fear the Walking Dead. On Wednesday, I have marked work at the top of the day. Then again, I was doing some buddying. And then this day after work, I decided to play some Sims. I'm really weird with Sims. I'll go through these stages where like I'm really into it and I want to play it all the time, every time. And I'm in that stage at the moment, but because of work changing and just a lot going on in my personal life, I don't get to play it as much as I would like to. But back then, in July, I played Sims after work. I also marked this day that it was payday. And then because it was my birthday the following day, work all chipped in, put some money together, and actually got me a Bath and Body Works voucher that I got emailed, and it was so generous. I think it was like $200 or something. Like, that is insane to me. But so appreciated. I love Bath and Body Works, and we didn't have it in Australia. Well, no, we had it in Queensland, but not in Sydney. When I went to America, I splurged. I was obsessed, and I was so devastated that we didn't have it here. Now we have it online, and now we actually have a store in our local shopping center. So like, I'm completely chuffed, love it, and I was so excited to get a voucher to spend there. And then Wednesday, I finished out the evening by marking that I watched some Gossip Girl. And then on Thursday, the 4th of July, the first thing that I marked at the top of the day there was that it was my birthday, and I used a Fox and Cactus cat. Again, I don't tell you guys where everything is from, but I had to use this cat because the little sash on the cat says old as fuck. And that's exactly how I felt. So I thought it was very appropriate. Now, generally around my birthday, I kind of take like a week or so off work depending on where my birthday falls. So I was off work this day. So I did actually mark that I slept until 10 a.m. And then my husband had the day off too. He'll usually have my birthday off because I make him feel guilty if he doesn't. But he gave me my birthday gift. Sometimes I want them in the morning, and sometimes I want to wait because like I want something to look forward to. But he gave me my gift that morning, and I did get a Kindle. I'd been eyeing them off for the longest time. I'd bought my mum one for Mother's Day. Well, no, I bought my mum the Kobo, and I wanted the Kobo. But when my husband went looking for the Kobo, he couldn't find the Kobo. So he got me a Kindle, and I was so incredibly excited. I have not stopped using it since. Like, I didn't want to get one because I'm very much one of those people that wants to read and hold a physical book. Like, I want to smell the pages. I want to enjoy holding the book in my hands. And so I was worried that if I got a Kindle, I wouldn't use it, or that I'd never pick up a hardback book again, or even a paperback book again. But I've been doing both. So I haven't lost the ability to read hardcover books, but I'm also able to read in bed, which is really, really nice. Then I marked that we went for breakfast at the Black Cat White Cafe. Don't remember what I had, but that's kind of like our tradition now. And then we came home, we just chilled out, did whatever. And then in this night, if you remember from my previous video, I talked about watching the Bad Boys series. We actually went to the cinema that day and watched the new Bad Boys movie, which I really, really enjoyed. I think the Bad Boys movies are really, really fun. And then in this night, on my birthday of all nights, my football team played my husband's football team. Thankfully, my team did win because obviously we're the greatest team. But I said to my husband, I'm like, on my birthday, we might end up divorced. Like, of all days that it could possibly have been, on my birthday, we versed each other. And then I marked that as per usual tradition, we then went to my mom's. We had some coffee and cake with my mom. And then we went to my dad's after that, had some more cake and some more coffee. And that was my birthday done and dusted for 2024. On Friday, lucky I was off work because I started off my day with a blood test. On the way home, we got some McDonald's. Well, I got some McDonald's. I think my husband went to work. We'll see in just a minute. I then went to. Oh no, my husband didn't go to work. So then I went to Woolworths, or we went to Woolworths. We went to the chemist to pick up my medication. When we came home, I had a little bit of a nap, and then I marked that we got ready. And then my husband and I went out to dinner at Maldini's. I don't remember if it was just us. It's basically a little like Italian restaurant by the river. Probably my favorite restaurant. I don't remember if it was just my husband and I, or if it was his family. It might have been his family or just his mum, maybe. I'm not sure. But I did actually enjoy a glass of Moscato with my pasta that night, and that was really yummy. Then on the way home, we did a Kmart run, and then our movie of choice for Friday night was Beverly Hills Cop 3, because again, at that point, we'd finished watching the Bad Boys series. We started watching Beverly Hills Cop series, so we were up to number 3 this day. Then on Saturday, we had a vet appointment for our guinea pig. For anyone who's been following along for the last 2 years, essentially, our guinea pig essentially goes to the vet every 3 weeks for a checkup, and then generally every 5 to 6 weeks he goes for dental surgery, and that has been the case since 2023. So it's been a long haul, but thankfully he's pulled through every time and he's been okay. So we kind of just, it is what it is. He is part of the family. I then marked that we actually booked his next dental procedure. We got McDonald's on the way home, and then when we got home, we just relaxed on the couch and watched some Fear the Walking Dead. I had a nap, I had a migraine, and then we watched Beverly Hills Cop Axel F, which I think was the latest installment of Beverly Hills Cop, recently released on Netflix. And again, really, really good. Really enjoy the Beverly Hills Cop series. Love Eddie Murphy. And then last but not least, on Sunday, I marked that I slept until 11 a.m. because obviously a busy couple of days. I watched some YouTube. I marked that I had a sore shoulder. Don't know whether that was from like sleeping an odd way or something. No idea. We watched some more Fear the Walking Dead, and then apparently I picked up and played Animal Crossing. Again, I don't know if I'd been playing it previously, but I kind of go in and out of playing that as well. Like sometimes I'll pick it up and I'll play it every day, and then I just won't play it for months, and then the cycle continues. So I don't know the last time I picked it up and played it, but I restarted my entire island. Like I started from scratch, really got into it, was really enjoying it, and then played it for a couple of weeks on and off and haven't touched it since. So there's that. But I played Animal Crossing. And then last but not least, I marked that night I started The Tattooist of Auschwitz on my Kindle. It was the first book. And yeah, that is the end of my birthday plan with me. I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you all in another video. Bye!